Hello everyone, welcome to Kashmir. In this series, we will travel across Kashmir visiting places like Srinagar, Gulmarg, Sonmarg, and Pahalgam. Our first destination today is Srinagar. This is in the month of February, so you can travel to Srinagar by road, rail, or by air. We here chose the air and took a flight from Delhi to Srinagar. I would recommend that if you are going by flight, please avoid SpiceJet as they are mostly delayed due to some unavoidable circumstances which they do not have an answer for, and your plan might get spoiled. As for us, we had booked early morning flight to get the entire day at leisure in Srinagar, but to our dismay, the flight was 6 hours delayed and we finally reached Srinagar at 2 p.m., spoiling half of our day. And the other recommendation for you all would be, if you are choosing to go by flight, then please book a seat on the right hand side of the flight. By doing so, you can get a clear view of the entire Himalayan range. This is day one of our trip, so watch and enjoy Kashmir with us. We had booked a car, Toyota Etios, from Kashmir Car Rentals. The number is on the screen right now, and our driver was Mr. Azad. There are options of buses or shared taxis or autos in Srinagar by which you can travel within Srinagar, and also you can go to different places like Gulmarg or Pahalgam by bus from Srinagar. We booked this car for our entire stay. Our plan was basically first 3 days we stayed in Srinagar, the next 2 days in Gulmarg, and the last 3 days in Pahalgam. So 3, 2, 3. The first 3 days in Srinagar, our plan was first day we will just be at leisure and we will just do the Shikara Ride at Dal Lake. Day 2, we will go to Sonmarg, visit Sonmarg and come back to Srinagar. On day 3, we will do the local sightseeing of Srinagar. Day 4 and day 5, Gulmarg. Day 6, 7, 8, Pahalgam. So, the car took per day approximately 3,000 per day. This is the beautiful Dal Lake. So, I have two recommendations here. If you are planning to stay in a houseboat, avoid staying in a houseboat which are in between gates 1 and 8, as the lake here is quite narrow and the houseboats are very congested. Instead, book a houseboat which is on gate number 9 and above, preferably gate number 15, 16 or even 19. So you'll get this view, the view which you are currently seeing. And gate number 1 to 8 view you have already seen just some seconds back. So this view is definitely much better and the lake you can see is much wider. We stayed at Heevan Houseboat, which is off gate number 19A. Shikara Ride is approximately 600 for 1 hour. Well, you have to bargain a lot. In Kashmir, you have to bargain. They will come up with 2,000, 2,500 rupees per hour, but you can go for as low as 600 rupees. So we bargained and we took this ride for 600 rupees. Well, this is the houseboat we stayed in, Heevan Houseboat, opposite gate number 19A. Per night cost was 3,500, including dinner and breakfast. The houseboat was quite good, and the advantage of it was located off 19A gate number. So the lake was quite wide over here. And another perk of staying in a houseboat is that when you're traveling from the gate to the houseboat and vice versa, you are actually using the Shikara, which is free of cost. So you can actually get the Shikara ride, the taste of the Shikara ride every day whenever you're traveling to and fro from the ghat to the houseboat and vice versa. So when you take this Shikara ride, there will be a lot of vendors, coming in their Shikaras to sell off stuffs like ornaments, jewelry, shawls, wooden artifacts, or even food. So I would recommend that not to buy anything from here as they are very expensive. Instead, you can get good shops on the road. On the land, where you get the same thing at a much lower rate. In this series, I will take you through many of those places and shops where you can get authentic pashmina shawls in Kashmir and also cricket bats. So stay tuned. And if you still want to buy anything from Dal Lake, I would recommend that you do bargain, because I'll give you a small example. I asked for a fruit bowl. It costed me 1,000 rupees. So the Shikara person told me it's 1,000 rupees. So can you imagine? So I hope you understand now that how much and what you have to bargain. This is where the Shikaras are made. So you'll really feel that you are in Venice probably, where the entire city is on a lake and you are actually going by a boat to visit the market. This is the famous Meena Bazaar. So over here they say that you get authentic pashmina shawls over here. I did not buy it from here though. On the way to Gulmarg, there was one shop which the driver said that they sell authentic pashmina shawls. So we bought it from there and we are quite happy buying it from there. But over here it's quite expensive, as I already mentioned. That's us shivering in this extreme cold. The temperature was probably 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, and due to the lake, it was really cold. This is the night view of the houseboats. I have another recommendation actually, that is, if you're planning to stay in Srinagar for more than one night, so please stay in a houseboat for 1 day. In the remaining days, I would recommend you to stay in a hotel on the land. The reason being that you can access the restaurants or the market late night, or in case of any emergency, that if you're staying on the land, you have access to everything. But if you're staying on a houseboat, the shikaras will fly till maximum 7:38. So that becomes a problem. But otherwise, for one night, it's perfect and it's really beautiful. This is the inside view of Heevan Houseboat, the houseboat we stayed in for 3 nights. The only problem with this houseboat was, as you can see, that the voltage was fluctuating, and we were having constant power cuts, due to which the room heating was really very bad, and literally at nights there was no, in this cold night, there was no room heating facility. They actually provided hot water bags to keep the feet warm. But leaving all this aside, the houseboat was really beautiful and it's worth a stay for at least one night. The food was okayish, not that great. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for episode 2.